Vakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangaihi sushtuvagam sastanubhihi
Vyashemadevahitam yadayuhu
Vyashemadevahitam yadayuhu
Swasti na indro vriddashravaha
Swasti na indro vriddashravaha
Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha Swasti na pusha vishvavedaha Swasti nastaksho arishtanemihi Swasti nastaksho arishtanemihi Swasti no brihaspatir dadhatu Swasti no brihaspatiir dadhatu Om
Shantihi Shantihi So all the instructions are given how to prepare yourself for meditation. Viviktadeshe cha sukhasanastha. In a quiet place, comfortable asana, whatever column erect. Head, trunk and the neck in one line. Relax yourself in comfort. See, all the instructions that we are giving in the meditation class are not for my head. It's not Chinmaya technique. It is what the Upanishads have said. And all the old masters have done it, benefited themselves. It's not some copyright reserved method. It is an open method. Shuchi, clean, samagriva shariraha. Reduce it. Samagriva shirashariraha. Your head and the trunk and the limbs, yes, that's right. Head, trunk and limbs in one straight line. Shuchi, cleanliness, with all this expounded yesterday. The outermost, quiet. The body, sit down quietly in the comfortable asana. Then the trunk, how to be done, what cleanliness that is necessary. Then mind, atyashramastaha, mindness in an attitude of complete detachment. Resigning from all our attitudes and relationships. That I am sick, I am healthy, those attitudes. I am rich, I am poor, successful or otherwise, happy or unhappy, all that attitudes and all relationships. I am neither the son, nor the husband, nor the wife, nor the brother, nor the sister, nor the community member. I am not a citizen. I don't belong to this earth at all. And what are you? Only a creature. And thou, O Lord, my Creator. I want nothing, because if I want anything, it is only as a human being, as a unhealthy man, as an unfortunate man, then only you can ask anything. I am nothing. I approach thee only in pure love. That attitude. Atyashramastha, renouncing everything. Sakalendriyani nirudhya, and control all the sense organs, or else the mind will again run out. And this can be done only manasa, by the mind. How can you do it? In the evening, it is said, manasa, by the mind, control the sense organs. Here, control the sense organs. How? Practically said, turn the mind towards your Guru or the Lord. By turning the mind's attention to the higher, the mind can be controlled. Nirudhya bhaktim swagurum pranamya. Swa, your own Guru, your own Lord, the Lord of your heart. Pranamya, after doing namaskar. And that is exactly what we have been doing in the meditation class, remember? Thereafterwards, Tarpundarigam Virajam Vishuddham. Meditate upon, in the center of the heart, the spring of all consciousness, ever pure, immaculate, untouched by vasanas or the imperfections of the BMI or the confusions of the OET. That pure awareness by itself, objectless consciousness, contemplate upon it. Vishokam, with no that infinite truth which is griefless, because beyond all sorrows spring from BMI, PFT, OAT. Bodily sorrows, emotional sorrows, intellectual sorrows can be caused by the objects, emotions and thoughts. As in deep sleep, when you are not associated with the BMI, from all sources of sorrow you are moved out. Therefore, it's a state of griefless. It is not a positive joy or bliss, because there is none to experience it. But away from all sorrow. It's something like a harbor where we are away from the storms and therefore the mountainous waves. You are not on the ground, but you are in the harbor. Similarly, bring the mind in the attitude of harboring. Attitude where there is no grief, no sorrow. And with that mind, contemplate upon the higher. Now, how to contemplate upon the higher? The higher cannot be defined, and that we found in the evening class when the teachers had to say that that state of home is vasana-lessness, desirelessness, thoughtlessness, actionlessness. This is the only way to say. In the same way, this highest reality, how am I to meditate upon? Because I don't know anything. No, we will give you pointers. Turn the mind's attention in this direction. The teacher gives many pointers. Achindyam avyaktam anandarupam Shivam prashantam amridam brahmayonim Tathadi madhyanda vihinam ekam Vibhum chidananda arupam adbhutam. About a dozen statements. Chalo. Dozen definitions or directions indicating the same truth. Just as the center of a circle can be pointed out by all lines that are perpendicular to the circumference, all of them are arrows pointing towards the center. But no two perpendiculars on the circumference can be of the same direction, parallel, but they will be converging into the center. Isn't it? These bisectors on the circumference are called definitions. Of what? Indicating, defining the center. There can be as many definitions along the circumference, as many bisectors as there are points on the circumference. Infinite. No two of them is the same. cannot be parallel, but all of them are even opposing factors. Bisectors would be again pointing the same truth. Thus in truth, or in the spiritual literature also, he is formless. One bisector, one pointer. Just at the opposite pointer you will find another one. All forms are his. And the student is confused. How is it possible, both of them together? But is it not true? Supposing you draw a diameter of the circle. The diameter cuts the circumference. Both of them are opposing arrows, but both of them are pointing the same center, isn't it? The Lord is at once the finite and the infinite, and it transcends them all. Swamiji, very difficult. Not difficult at all. All these opposing points are, if they are perpendicular at the circumference, they are all meeting at the center. Thus, if there are 3 points A, B, C, discover the point D, which is 3 inches from A, 2 inches from B, and 5 inches from C. Is it not possible? Cut arcs. And that point is discovered as D. All these definitions are 2 inches from A is a definition of that unknown point D. 2 inches from B is another definition. 5 inches from C is another definition. All of them are various definitions from different points. Now at this moment, all of us know BMI, PFT, OET. And what we don't know is Om, that state. The teacher is Guy, a one who knows that. And the teacher guides us to a certain point of attention and then says, or rather defines, that unknown truth, Om, in terms of what we already know. And this process is called definitions of truth. In all religions, not in Vedanta only. Only other religions don't explain it, that is all. In every tradition, all these are indicators, and here are the indicators given. Indicators, or these words, are not for prattling with the mouth. It's not for singing. It's not for chanting. It's not for mantra, murmuring. These are all indications in which the mind must spring forth. Turn its attention. After having gathered the attention from OET, that quiet, what mind is it? Alert, vigilant mind, alert and vigilant of what? In what direction is given here? And to hold the mind in that direction is called meditation. And this is all that human being can do. Here human effort stops. And when you are holding the mind therein, next item of the program is in his hands. You wait there. Hold on to it and wait. Intimations from the higher can reach you there. That is a point where you have got a date with a reality. Go there, wait. If your date has not come, wait. There is no other way. Thus, there you have to wait until he deigns to suffuse us with a flood of his own light and presence. Now that direction is indicated. Achindya, number one. Achindya. beyond all thought. Chinta meaning thinking. Thinking is a process or a function of the intellect. Intellect thinks of thoughts. Intellect can think of OET only. But here the truth is not belonging to OET because it is achintya. So it is not a question of sitting down and thinking, Swamiji, I am surprised, I am wondering. What are you wondering? What is this God? You go on wondering. So long as, when you have stopped wondering, come to me. Why? So long as you are wondering means you are thinking. I am thinking, Swamiji, I can't understand. You will never understand. I can't grasp it. You will never grasp it. Why? It is achintya. It is not a thing that the intellect can reach. But it is because of which the intellect is reaching wherever it is reaching. A dog is running faster and faster. Hello doggy, where are you running? I'm going to catch. What? My tail. The dog can catch many things in front of it, but never its own tail, because the tail is that which is behind him. Consciousness in the intellect gives the intelligence, intellect the intelligence. With the intelligence it can perceive everything. But the consciousness is a thing which the intellect can never perceive. Achintya, the unthinkable. It is not an object of the thinking processes, but it is a very subject that blesses the intellect with the ability for these processes of thinking. Achintya. Avyakta, unmanifest. It is not manifest. Manifest we can recognize. The world, OET, BMI, PFT are all manifest. It can be perceived by any one of our faculties. The sense organs of the body, or the feelings of the mind, or the thinking abilities of the intellect can perceive the world of objects, emotions, and thoughts. But this truth doesn't belong to any other manifest, means it is of a different category other than BMI, PFT, OET. So don't say that I saw a light. Oh, you saw it. Manifest, perceived. Then that is not the truth. I had the vision of Jesus, vision of Krishna. Oh, what did he say? He said, hi. Good, nice idea. Beautiful dream, admitted. But that is not the truth that we are seeking. Why? Then it is manifest. No, I heard a sound. Very bad. Oh, what is it? Sound pollution, even there. Meditation also. Whether you heard a honking of a car or the flute of Krishna, again it is a sound, an object. Unmanifest. Think all that. So don't sit down and say that, Swamiji, today my meditation was wonderful. What happened? It was so beautiful. What? I saw a color. So what? For that, why should you close your eyes? Go to any bazaar or market, you can get very colored plates, free. Only you tell them, you inform them that I got an idea of purchasing some paint for my house. But what color I have not decided. You will find, you will be flooded with the plates. Sit down and see various colors. Here, you are struggling hard to sit down in meditation, and with your mind, you see a color. Again, you're seeing something. It is manifest. Here is the original textbook. It is not my book. It has been written long, long before even you and I are born. Nay. Even Christianity was born. Nay. Even Buddhism was born. No. Even Puranas were born. Mohenjo-daro culture. The culture was developed and evolved probably thousands of years after Vedic literature. In those Vedic textbooks we find that it is avyakta. And it is not that one fool wrote it out and it was lying down under the, where is that? Dead Sea Scroll. Some cell somewhere. And nobody saw it, nobody used it. And now it has been revealed, we may question it. Because some foolish thing might have written at that time. Where is the guarantee that they are right? Here, on the other hand, it was exposed to criticism and review, generation after generation. And here we find millions of generations or thousands of generations of people confirmed again and again and again that this path we followed and we have reached the state, the summit. Such a confirmed knowledge. It says, avyakta, it is unmanifest. Ananda-rupa, see that opposite. It is of endless forms. Just now the teacher said it is unmanifest. Next sentence is something wrong with them. Of endless forms. Endless forms means manifest. It is unmanifest in its essence. And all these manifestations are also his manifestations, because that consciousness disturbed are they all. Think? The gold and all ornaments coming out of the gold are also gold. Ocean and all the waves that are rising from the ocean are also ocean. But the waves are not ocean. But waves are also ocean. Ananda-rupam, Shivam, most auspicious, ever auspicious. Ever auspicious in the sense, no sorrows, no struggles, no strife, no conflicts. This is the state. Now all these words are, remember, for turning your attention. Shivam, prashanta, shantam, quiet. Prashanta, prakarshena, shanta. Total, absolute quiet. Quiet, alert, vigilant. Quiet. Therefore, when the students come and ask the teachers, Vedantic teacher has got nothing but 2 words to advise. Only 2 words. You go to a true teacher, not a blabberer like me. I am meant for that. Tape recorder. This is a tape record, Swami. But that is the difference. They are those who are sitting in utter meditation, lost in it. The best of student reaches there. If you are not a good student, he will not even deign to talk. But if you are a real student, he listens to you very carefully, your confusion or your involved doubt. And at the end of it, the teacher, with a smiling face, he ruthlessly talks to you as a barbarian, uncultured brute. And he says, Sonny, shut up, get out. But the student is also of that texture. He understands all this doubt is all my mental blabberings. shut up, mentally keep quiet, and get out of this BMI, PFT, OET inhabit, and out into the reality. You understand? He smiles. Thank you. Why? He has got it. So that prashant. So the mind, Swamiji, my mind is today very peaceful. Shut up! The moment you say I am peaceful, you have already talked. The peace is gone. In his meditation, so beautiful. You have started blabbering. Stop it. You are objectifying that experience. Today in meditation, Swamiji, in meditation I had experiences. Mahababi, the sinner of sinners. After going to the meditation, you say, I have experience. Who wants to hear your cock and bull stories? But we encourage. Oh, I see you had experience. Yes. What was the experience? If you are free to hear a fairy tale, you also say, oh, very good. Encourage the fellow to make the mistake again and again, and hope that the Lord will one day kick him and pull him out. Experience. Prashant. Total, absolute peace and quiet. Seek that in meditation. So any thought, any verbalization, any labeling, any concept, rise above it. Who is conscious of that? I had an experience, stupid. Who had the experience? I. So then you became conscious of the experience. Yes. So then it is always again you are turning out. Go to the consciousness. And when you reach there are no words to explain. Prashanda, Amritam, Mrita, death. The level of the finitude change is known to you. The BMI, PFT, OET experiences are all in time. Therefore everything is changing, everything is mortal, everything is finite. Amrita, that state is contemplate, try to reach the endless, the deathless, the beyond time, the timeless. Amrita. Brahmayonim, the very womb of the Creator. Right? You all say that now God is a creator. Very good. Now Swamiji, I want to know who made God? God's womb. Is that what you are meditating upon? Meaning, it is that consciousness which expresses as God the creator, the world the created, and you the creature. All these are from that one infinite consciousness. Brahma Yoni, the very womb of Brahmaji, the creator. Tatha, similarly, because all these points are pointers to indicating the same truth, and if that is not sufficient, here are a few more. Tatha, similarly, Adi, Madhya, Anda, Vihinam. This great truth is, imagine, a truth, a state which has neither a beginning, nor a middle, nor an end. Beginning, middle and end can be only for finite things. But Swamiji's talk has started almost as middle, and it will end in such a time. It's only finite things. Finite things alone has got beginning, middle and end. That which has got a beginning and end is finite. And a finite thing that has got a beginning and end must have a middle. So the past, the present and the future. The morning, noon and evening. A beginning, an end and a middle. In all finite experiences. The infinite has neither a beginning, therefore no end. And since no beginning and end, no middle. Adi, Anda, Madhyama, Vihina. Adi, Madhyanda, Vihina. Adi beginning, Madhyama, Madhya, middle, Anda, end, Vihinam, without. Without a beginning, middle and end. One infinitude. Ekam. There is only one. Sunny, even you, the meditator, is not there. And you say that I had experiences. In order to have an experience, you must be there. He must be there. And between you, some transaction must have taken place. He smiled and you saw it. He cursed you. Why the hell did you come here to disturb me? And you said, thank you, and you came away. Some transaction must be. Then only is an experience. There is only one. And in that one, what experience can think? In the dream, the dreamer, the dreamt, and the dreaming all went through. And when you wake up, there is only one, I, my mind. Then in that mind was created all these apparent illusion of a dream, identified with which I stupidly became temporarily the dreamer. And as the dreamer, I suffered all the dream sorrows. And when you wake up, the entire dream smells into one. Similarly, the entire universe and your equipments of experience and you, the experiencer, all merge into one awakening. Ekam, one without a second. Ekam, vibhum, that which is all-pervading, vibhu. The one all-pervading. Chidanand. Chitta means consciousness. Ananda, bliss. Chidananda, knowledge, bliss. Consciousness, bliss. Consciousness hyphen bliss. Knowledge which itself is a bliss. Bliss which itself is full of knowledge. It is meaning conscious bliss. The state of consciousness which is bliss. The state of consciousness you and I can't understand. Happiness, you got some experience. Wherever the mind is quiet, we are happy. Greater the quietness, greater the happiness. Wherever the mind is agitated, we are unhappy. Greater the agitation, greater the sorrow. Is it not? In terms of your experience, then how can the teachers point out a stage where you have transcended the mind? So less the agitation, less the mind, more the joy. Still more quiet in the mind, still more happiness. Until at last the mind is completely ended. Even the last thought to flicker has stopped. Total annihilation of the mind should necessarily be a state of total bliss. Thus the word knowledge bliss is itself not exactly a word description of reality, but is only an indicative definition. Pure consciousness where the mind is not there to disturb us. So this undisturbed pure awareness. Chidananda Rupam Adbhutam. The last of the word is, what can I talk about it? How will you be at that time? Adbhutam. Adbhutam means wonder. What else can the teacher point out to us? He has experienced it transcending the mind. You and I are sitting in the mind and wanting to know it. So the teacher says, that state can be defined as wonderful, not as cheaply you use. We went there for the picnic, wonderful. And we had the driving, wonderful. Then we had this coffee, wonderful. That is all cheaply wonderful. What is wonder? Think, wonder. I saw it. Wonderful. What is the wonder about it? Miraculous. Wonderful. I am struck dumb with wonder. Think. Wonder is an emotion that rises in us, or indicates the emotion that rises in us when we see something but we can't explain it. Isn't it? Do you see my nose? Is it wonderful? What is wonderful about it? Every one of us have got nose. Oh. But do you see my wings? Swami, I mean all those who see it. Others, some people only can see it, sorry. If you don't see it, don't tell the others. But I'm not saying it. Now, what it is, supposing thus, one afternoon I could show you my golden wings. No, you're not seeing it. A few more camps. No, you have not come to that subtle vision. Never mind. No, the supposing you see that he has wings, don't you think that for a moment, why? My nose, no wonder. My hands, no wonder. My legs, no wonder. But wings? Meaning, you see it, or you heard it. A dog talking. Don't you think that you look at the dog and you feel like running away from there, you are frightened? Dog, iron dog come there, come to your house, and you are really loving the dog. So I am saying namaste, and you are more interested in the dog than, generally, some of the guests, some of the hosts are more interested in the dog than you. You say good morning, yeah, he has not heard. He is talking to the doggy. And the doggy says, Namo Narayan. If my dog could explain to her, Namo Narayan. See, you heard. What I meant was not seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, whatever it is. You perceived it, but your intellect fails to explain it. And the mind becomes benumbed. In wonderment, your thoughts are not moving. So when you want to meditate and realize the truth, sit down in a corner, close the door, and wonder. You argue a point, because they are the mind and the intellect for a split moment is utterly stopped. Therefore, that state where the mind is completely transcended can be indicated to the student out of the infinite compassion of the teachers as wonder. And in the Bhagavad Gita also, Ascharyavat Pashyati Kaschidenam, in Kathopanishad also. And that is to say, in more than one place in the Upanishads, this idea has been again and again brought out. Ascharya, wonder. Wonderment. See that translation? The unthinkable. You see, before you being initiated into the meaning and significance of these words, if you read it, it has no meaning. Oh, God is unthinkable. Then what is it? You will understand the significance. It's a unique literature. By ordinary words, giving them a new import, the truth is indicated from distance. Unthinkable, unmanifest, one of endless forms, ever auspicious, the peaceful, the immortal, timeless. The origin of the very Creator, the womb of the Creator. The one without a beginning, a middle and an end. The only one, the all-pervading. Each one of these words is sufficient to snap you into it. But human mind is so wretched a thing that it gets tired of the same. Therefore, here are the 12, a dozen given, so that you can lose one for some days, then change in another, change in another. Even that variety is given. In all of them, you go beyond the words. Still the mind in that direction. This is called meditation. And if such true meditations, when you enter and start getting a little bliss out of it, all other relationships change, your entire life changes. Because the more you run after the OET, the more you are disturbed in your meditation. That joy is any day more perfect than the joys that the OET can give. Your vairagya, detachment from it, becomes automatic. Meaning, vasanas get burnt up. In the still moments of utter meditation, in the fire of meditation, the vasanas get burnt up. You are running into the outer world. There's no more interest, no more such wholeheartedness would be there in sense gratifications. Thus, after thus taking the seat properly, in the right mental mood, turn the mind into this pure self, the formless, the nameless, the shapeless. Now then, supposing the student is of that type, that these words, Swamiji, I can't meditate like that. I want a form. No harm, because the Lord is unmanifest and all forms are His at once. Therefore, if you are feeling reverential adoration and respect and love and devotion for a particular form, and it suggests to you the divine, the Lord, you can go with that form. Thus, personal God is not contradictory to Vedanta. It can be impersonal, the reality. And if you cannot reach the impersonal immediately, carry on with the personal truth, personal God. And through meditation, you come to a stage where your mind becomes stilled and composed sufficiently to contemplate upon the formless. And you see in the painters, while painting, at the end of the painting, they do the eyes. The iris is always painted last, because the eyeball and the black and the white spot in it is the thing that starts speaking. They do it last. And at that time when they are placing the color, have you watched them? No doubt they won't allow you to be anywhere near, because you will disturb them. But if you can watch them, you will find how much time they waste in preparing the brush. Then take a wee bit of a color. Then they go and touch it, suspicion of a touch. Then they walk behind and look at it. All the time preparing it. It must be single pointed and a little color. Because once you place it, it cannot be rubbed off. Similarly, sculptors, when they are doing the lips, when they are doing the eyelashes, when they are doing the ears, the rest, of course, he can do it. But at that time, have you seen them? Every time they sharpen the chisel. What? A minute microscopic thing, suspicion of it is removed. Doctor, impossible even with a fountain when he opens it. Because it is external. It is nothing. Finished. But supposing it is a brain tumor and a brain operation, it's a serious operation. Therefore, half a dozen nurses, for 4 hours they had to clean and prepare the instruments because the operation is serious. So more serious the operation, more precise must be the preparation of the instrument. The most sacred of operations is meditation, where the doctor is you, the patient is you, instrument is you. Operation is Operation God. Really? Operation impossible. It's made impossible. Think of that. And at that time, the mind is to be prepared 1,000,000 times. Prepared. And without the preparation, when you start meditation, it's not possible. Therefore, the teacher said, if you feel that it is not possible, prepare the instrument. How? By meditating upon the personal God. Here. Uma sahayam parameshwaram prabhum trilojanam nilakandham prashandam dhyatva munirgacchati bhudayonim samasta sakshim tamasatparastad. If that way meditation upon the formless is not possible for your mind at this moment, then Uma Sahaya, meditate or worship at an altar. Altar what? Uma Sahayam, along with Uma, God and Mrs. God together. Let it be a family with 2 or 3 children also, doesn't matter. Because anyway mind is dull. The dull mind can feel a symphony only with a family. Because beyond that your mind cannot rise. Okay. What does it matter? Hey, Swami, your God is marrying. Every God marries, I tell you. Because without the marriage, wedlock of God with you, you won't speak. So matter is Prakriti, the Stree, and Purusha is the spirit. And the spirit and matter wedded together is all living creatures. And how do you say that God doesn't marry? So in case your mind is so dull that you cannot lift up to it, never mind. We will lift your mind. We will subtilize your mind. Meditate upon Uma Sahayam, along with Uma. Parameshwaram, the Lord, Parama Ishwara, the Supreme Lord, Shiva. Prabhum, one who is manifest or all-pervading, whose grace is everywhere. Nilakantrilochanam, 3-eyed. Nilakandham, blue-necked. Prashantam, extremely peaceful, ever meditating, Lord of the Himalayas, Lord of Kailas, Lord Shiva, meditate upon. Now here it happened to be Hindu textbook, And at that time, rishis could not describe Jesus because Jesus came much later. Historical. So you need not worry about Swamiji, I can't meditate Shiva. You need not. Right? You meditate upon the Jesus. But Prashanta face, his face also is, every prophet's face is extremely peaceful. Because there is no peace. It's only our face gives blood pressure to others. Because we are also having blood pressure and excited, and therefore even others get blood pressure by looking at your face. Especially some doctors. When you see the patient's blood pressure goes up. Prashanta. Dhyatva, by meditating thus upon the personal God, Munihi, Mananashilavan, the man of reflection, Gachadi, can lift himself, go, Bhudayonim, to the very womb of creation, or create creatures. The womb of creatures meaning of all living creatures, the very womb, the very souls because which all living creatures are living. The life itself, the consciousness itself, samasta sakshim, that which is the witness of everything, the consciousness that illumines everything, itself not involved in anything, just as the sun, the sunlight watches everything, illumines everything, but the sunlight is not involved anything in the world. Similarly, this consciousness which illumines everything, tamasapparastha, that which is beyond all darkness, all ignorance, pure knowledge, pure awareness. You can reach, the reflective man can reach the truth because in all these symbolisms of religion, which symbolizes as God, there is lot for you and I to reflect upon. It is not a historical personage that we adore and respect. For example, this very same one, Lord Shiva. He is described as ever sitting in utter contemplation and meditation, and he is the Lord of distraction. Are you not early morning when you are sitting down for meditation, the Lord of distraction? Okay? Are you not destroying everything that is finite is removed? Everything destructible is removed. The BMI are annihilated, and you try to realize the highest. What is wrong with the Lord of destruction? Destruction is bad when it is destruction for destruction. Constructive destruction is never considered as destruction. When nature destroys a flower, the poet weeps in his ignorance. But the tree is thrilled. Why? The flower is wasted or lost. Its beauty died. But where the flower has died, the fruit has emerged out. The fruit's construction is flower's destruction. Constructive destruction is nature's policy. Destructive destruction is only the weaponry of the mighty powers of the world. Wars, destruction for destruction. Labor when they are angry, youth when they are angry. Let us break all the, street lamps. For what? Your program and street lamp has nothing to do. Never mind, let us break. Let us burn all buses. Whose buses? Public buses. And tomorrow, for transport, we have to purchase new buses. and then no mayor is going to bring it from his home, you will be again cut the throat a little more deeper. Why? More taxes. For what? For the buses. And who burned it? We burned it. You burnt the buses in order that you may pay more taxes, so that you may have more buses, so that you may have them. But why? When you are angry, you have you not, as fathers and mothers, have you not doing it at home? When you are angry, plate thrown away, your own cutlery, crockery, broken. It's all right, broken pieces can go into the garbage, but tomorrow you have to go shamelessly to the bazaar and purchase again and bring it until next time when you get angry, you break it. Nobody does, but only man. So constructive destruction is nature's policy, and that a man in meditation, when he destroys the mind or it rises above, that is not a suicide or a harakiri. That is called spiritual unfoldment. This Lord of meditation, Lord Shiva, the Jagadishwara, the Lord of the universe, he is described as having 3 eyes. Those who are meditating upon this Lord as a four must be a Muni. Muni reflective, a man of reflection. What is the significance of it? You must be going on thinking. Not say that no, there is a Shiva sitting there among the trees in the snow. It's not that, but it signifies. The one who has got a 3 eyes meaning, we have got only 2 eyes. With the 2 eyes, fleshy eyes, we see only the world of whole. But here is a master who not only sees the world of plurality, but also has got a special eye by which he sees that all of them are but play of one infinite consciousness. Nilakantha, one who has got a blue neck. Blue neck. Blue neck. A Lord who has got blue neck. Yes. The story behind it is very interesting. Once upon a time in the heavens, where there is the Milky Ocean, the gods and the devils together came into a cooperative scheme and program, just as all parties joined together for a national program, sing their differences because it is a wonderful thing for the whole nation. In the same way, they came together and decided that we will together put forth effort for a great purpose. And what is it? To churn the ocean of milk, Milky Ocean, and get out of it the amrita, nectar, what do you call yourself? Ambrosia. Yes. They decided to discover ambrosia by churning the Milky Ocean. Now, when an ocean is to be churned, that churner cannot be your electric ocean. Therefore they thought Mandara mountain in the heavens. They decided that mountain shall be the churner. Very good. But when you are churning thus a whole mountain, there must be the rope round the churner that you can pull and pull. How can you get it? So Vasuki, the great serpent, said that, make use of me, I don't mind. So then the churner, stem of the churner, the rope is to be put round, wound round, and both sides. And one party took the gods took one side, the devils took one side. And they all, it is all pulled in one way. The churner churns now in the clockwise. Then they come forward, these people run forward, and it goes anti-clockwise. clockwise, anti-clockwise. It is the milk is getting churned. For that, the churner was decided, and Vasuki was put around. And God said, God knew that devils will always argue. And therefore they among themselves, first of all, early morning they decided what? That we should go and first take the head and then tell loudly to the devils, take the tail. Naturally they will say, we are not going to work. We are walking out. Why? We don't want the tail, we want the head. Because head is nobler. Tail, who catches the tail? They went there. They announced their policy. We are taking the head and you take the tail. The leader of the devil said, what do you mean? We tail, you take the tail. We take the head. God said, okay. They went and tail. Because catching the head of a serpent is a terrible thing. When the God said, okay, let me discuss with my party. We went and asked the party, what do you think? No, let us be large-hearted. Let them have it. Though I would have allowed this, but for the amicable settlement of a greater, what do you call that? A problem. And since as advised by my followers, I have persuaded them, brother. I have persuaded them to reconsider the judgment, and we allow you to have the head, because we don't mind even taking the tail, because it's all for public utility. A talk started for worth catching. All devils do it. Everybody was happy. So they got the tail, the gods got the head, and the churning started. As the churning started, very many miraculous, mysterious things rose up from it. The white elephant, a rare thing, that is ideal. Very great precious jewels, wonderful conches, great weapons, and all these things as it came up, the gods and the devils stopped, never even looked at it. Anybody can take it, whatever they want. We don't want it. We want only one thing, the ambrosia. They started changing. These great things were distributed to the God, the King of Gods and others. They went on churning. Yet time came when the churning was becoming vigorous and the Amrit is getting ready. It is coming up. At that time, the poor snake cried out, I can't help it, because I am exhausted. And here comes what? Vomit of his poison. And it is so horrible and terrible a poison that if it falls on the earth, the heaven would have blasted. But the poor thing could not any longer contain it. It tried to contain it as much as possible, but it could not, and it's coming out. The gods were frightened. The whole heaven was frightened. What will happen, this destruction? Lord Shiva come forward and said, never mind, Vasuki, pour it out. And the Vasuki poured out all its poison into the hand. Now the Lord has got the poison in the hand. He thought for a moment, if I throw up, those realms will go. If I throw down, the world and other lower levels will all die. What am I to do? Only one thing. He just swallowed it. Uma, Mrs. Lord Shiva, she saw it. Oh Lord, no! Went and caught his neck. Because I will be a widow. No, not when I am living. And you know, when a lady catches your neck, it is She generally is very soft, very weak. But when she is at the throat of you, oh my God! Lord Shiva also is determined not to disturb the world, and therefore he also closed it. After a time, the poison did not go down because she caught it. Poison did not come out because Shiva said, no, I want to save the world. Thus the poor poison has to spread in the neck. And that is why the neck became blue. Now to an ordinary simple folk of the village or the countryside, this is sufficient. Oh, how kind Lord Shiva is, that is all. But when you are a reflective man, this symbol that the Lord is blue-necked, it opens up a lot of philosophy to the contemplative or reflective mind. Heaven, the bosom, in the milky ocean, in the pure mind, purity is always associated with white color. Milk is a thing which will not allow any other admixture in it. It gets broken. That pure mind where we decided to churn, the higher mind and the lower mind decided to churn the pure mind in order to get immortality, in order to get the information of eternal immutable reality. Reflecting upon the truth. The lower mind pulls at one end, the higher mind pulls at another end. This is called reflection. Where is the God? Why should there be a God? The lower mind says, there must be an intelligent principle behind all these systematic scientific things. The higher mind says, but how do you know it? The lower mind just argues. You say that that is why the various scriptures. But anybody could have written the scriptures. No, anybody has written the scriptures. Those anybody written books have been all died away, but these scriptures are constantly. Maybe they have preserved it. You understand? But then the confirmation has come from time to time by various masters. But how can I believe these masters? Even if the masters are telling a lie, it cannot be that this conspiracy could not have stood such a long period of time. In every generation, at least one guy says that it is true. How can you believe? These arguments both ways until at last that churning the pure mind, out of it comes up the understanding of the infinite, eternal, immutable. Whereas churning the mind becomes quieter and quieter, and various siddhis come in the mind, various abilities of the mind. The mind purified and churned properly, various glorified, glorious, superhuman powers generate. If at that time you were the nobler thoughts and the lower thoughts of quantum possession, churning ends. Because you want those things. And having got those things, you enjoy them. The churning is ended. Amrita, or the immortality, is lost. They said those who want may take it. We are not interested. We want only this. Thus a true seeker, even though he gains and develops various powers in himself, he never expresses it, never gives it a chance, a second thought about it. It is all distributed to others. And he goes on functioning for the immortal eternal. And at that time, Vasuki, the serpent with which we are doing it, the pulling, that Vasuki, that cord that connects both the lower and the higher mind, is the ego. In every religion, the serpent is ego, the PFT. The ego, when it is thus pulled up and down, this reflection upon the scripture continues. It cannot but vomit out its deadly poison. The poison of the snake of ego is vasanas. Vasanas come out. Who can take it up? The Lord, my devote, my Lord of my heart alone can receive it. Because I can't throw it out. I can't swallow it in. I have to burn it out. Lord Shiva takes it. Now when Lord Shiva takes it up, what can he do? He will not be allowed to take it in. Thus you and I must keep during our sadhana. We will have our poison with us. Let not the poison in our bosom affect the head or the heart. Let it be kept between the head and the heart. As a mortal, you have got certain mortal weaknesses. Now how can I seeker, as a seeker, how can I practice when I have got these much weakness? Never mind. Don't throw away, don't try, but keep your passions, lust, temper, sensuality. What do? Keep it in you in such a way that neither your head nor your heart should be polluted by it. Where can you keep it? Between the head and the heart. Between the head and the heart, what have you got physiologically? The neck. So every good seeker is blue-necked. So you are all, say, till you came to the camp, we have our weaknesses. After the camp, our weaknesses may come up. Why did you go to the camp? If anybody asks you, say that during the camp, I was blue-necked. Meaning, it was there in me, but I didn't allow it to come and disturb either the head or the heart. And after going from here, start using it. Here at this moment, that blue neck, thus Lord Shiva has got the three eyes. Yes, intuitive vision. O Lord, thou art the blue-necked, Prashanda, supremely peaceful and serene, in utter contemplation. Such a Lord or a symbol, when you meditate, if you are a reflective one, you think of the significances of it all. Such an individual also can come to experience the infinite self within, because by thus meditating upon a form, the mind becomes peaceful, quiet, alert, vigilant. And when the quiet, alert, vigilant mind is meditating upon such a divine symbol, from the symbol the mind lifts itself to the idol that the symbol represents. This breakfast is coming, always breaking my neck. All right. What are the other moments when I could take this? Maybe the satsang with Swamiji, that is 11:30 to 12:30, I might let me go 1 or 2 days more, and if we are not progressing well, I won't go fast, but if the progress is not all right, then we shall make use of that satsang time also for a second session of this Upanishad.